Elliot stared at the chessboard, heart pounding. The fluorescent lights of the championship hall buzzed above him, their hum nearly drowned by the expectant silence of the crowd. Across from him, Grandmaster Anton Markov sat motionless, his sharp eyes fixed on the board, waiting. Elliot had spent years preparing for this moment. As a child, he played chess in the dimly lit backroom of his grandfather's bookstore, moving pieces across a scratched wooden board while the scent of old paper surrounded him. His grandfather's voice still echoed in his head, "Every game tells a story. You just have to find the right ending." But here, against Markov, the story seemed to be slipping from his grasp. The Russian was a legend, an impenetrable wall of strategy and experience. Elliot had played a nearly perfect game, yet he knew he was one wrong move away from disaster. He stared at the board. His opponent's last move had been subtle, nothing flashy, just a quiet nudge of a knight. But it set a trap Elliot could feel pressing in around him like an invisible cage. Then he saw it. It was there, hidden beneath layers of feints and counters, a path to victory. It wasn't about overpowering Markov. It was about leading him into a mistake. Elliot reached out and moved his queen, offering what looked like a reckless sacrifice. A murmur rippled through the crowd. Markov's expression didn't change, but his fingers hesitated over his next piece. That hesitation was all Elliot needed to confirm it. Markov took the queen. And in the next move, Elliot struck. His knight slid into place, pinning Markov's king with no escape. Checkmate. For a moment, there was silence. Then the hall erupted. Cameras flashed, voices rose, and someone clapped so hard it echoed like a gunshot. Markov leaned back, exhaling slowly. Then, to Elliot's surprise, the Grandmaster smiled. "You found it," he said, nodding. "Well played." Elliot's hands were shaking as he stood. He had done it. He had won. As he looked around at the cheering crowd, he realized something: this wasn't just his victory. It belonged to the late-night practice sessions, the countless defeats, and the whispered wisdom of his grandfather. Every game tells a story. You just have to find the right ending. Tonight, Elliot had written his.